Hi, welcome to Are We the Only Ones? I'm Kathy, and it is the day after the election. I'm excited to say that there was a blue wave that basically became a tsunami. And I like to kind of actually think of it as like Noah's Ark. And certain people have seen the light and are on the ark, like MTG. But I really, really am excited to see how many states turn blue that didn't expect it to turn blue, like Mississippi. I think there is a referendum, essentially, by the people of the United States, letting America know at large that we are a democratic country and we will not stand for fascism to take over. And Mamdani, in my former home state of New York, where I'd lived for 12 and a half years, in the area called Broadway Triangle. We owned a condo there for 12 and a half years, which is directly across from Woodhull Hospital. And Broadway Triangle is a very interesting area of Brooklyn because it is literally the border of the hipsters, Bed-Stuy, which is where Biggie and the home of hip hop, and the Hasidic neighborhood, which is the largest Hasidic population outside of Israel. So that was my neighborhood. And to see that a whole bunch of the Hasidic Jewish population came out and voted for Mamdani and supported somebody who wasn't historically, you don't think that those two religious groups will work together, but it proves that it is a new era. Change has come. And, sometimes the people that have been loud in the past are not representative of who is actually really the majority. And I think we showed in the special election. Remember, this is not a presidential election year. Usually turnout for a special election, for a local election, usually those off year ones on the Super Tuesday is the presidential election, right? But the Tuesday that sorry, I just kicked my trip up my bed. But the special election Tuesday that we just had was so crazy that the New York City turnout was larger than the entire 2021 turnout for the whole country. Like, if that doesn't tell you what's going on in the country, I don't know what would. Have faith. Humanity has spoken. They're going to have to give us our SNAP benefits. They're going to have to fund it. If he doesn't fund these programs, what ends up happening is when he's out of office, which he will be out of office, it's all criminal. All of these things are in violation of his oath of office. He is sort of acting like a financial terrorist a little bit towards his own people. He is weaponizing food. He's tearing children away from their mothers and their parents and their fathers and their homes. And that, under the Geneva Conventions, is a violation. It's a war crime under a war. So we're not under war technically, but because of the fact that it's his own people and he's doing that, we have a guided structure to show this is wrong on a criminal level that would mean the International Criminal Court could charge him for the things he's done to us during his presidency. So what we saw with King Charles also stripping the titles from Andrew Mountbatten Windsor is that, as I had analyzed in the early stages when I first discussed that, was there's protection that was going to be lost by him. But the other thing was that protection is not just like security and armed security in that kind of way. Protection is also, all the stories that were basically hidden and killed from the public. Now you hear so many crazy stories about him. Like, he had 40 prostitutes within 4 days. He had taken a model with him to go to various countries on official business. So this is where it's criminal for Andrew, because he was using official business and official funds to do personal business, which is illegal. And that's where crimes start occurring. It's not just about consensual age in the country, which I also thought it was mostly about that. But I did realize there was other protection that we just didn't know was going to happen. Once the protection fell for him, I knew that the other things were going to come up. I didn't know what. And now I see, yes, it is exactly what I thought. It's bigger than I thought, but it is exactly what I thought, that there's other protections that we were not aware of that also were occurring for Andrew, that are the similar protections that occur for Trump while he's currently in office. So once he's not in office, we'll be able to peel back this crazy onion of deceit and corruption that we know is happening in front of us, but we're just getting gaslit and being sort of like, like, kind of like when you call a health insurance company and they're like, no, you need to call so-and-so. No, you need to call the doctor. And the doctor says, no, you need to call a health insurance. It's like that. It's like, no, you need to go, like the Trump administration is very much like, no, look over here. No, go over there. It's their fault over here. It actually is their fault over there. And then when the whole time you're like, you're in charge. And if you're so effective, what you campaign on being a great leader, lead, and not destroy stuff that's working. So it's an interesting leadership style to break things and then fix them and then take credit for fixing them. That's his style of doing it. But I think what we're showing him in our country is that we are not accepting that anymore. We're not going to be gaslit anymore. We just needed the verbiage to understand what we were dealing with. And now that we have the wording to be able to say, okay, you're not going to gaslight us anymore as a nation and make us try to rewrite the history that's happening in front of our eyes, that you are not a benevolent president. You are literally going after the weakest of us and attacking them when they're already down while you sit in wealth and privilege, which is the most disgusting thing you can do when you're sitting in that kind of power. With great power comes great responsibility is exactly what this saying is for, is this type of person. And so I hope that the blue wave will continue. I hope that you guys are all, look how stressed out I am. I'm stressed out from this. Look at what he's done to me. I will be doing healthcare segments too. And skincare, because look at this. I gotta put it, so we'll see what works. But seriously, like, I know I'm not the only one stressed out, and I am so relieved. Did I shed tears? Yeah, I did. I shed tears yesterday of joy to see that it went the way it should go and that humanity is still there, right? That we have a majority of humanity that's going to the polls. We have an active electorate, and I'm proud of us. Honestly, I'm proud of us. Now, there's still more to do. They're going to fight us in every step of the way, but, we are making our voices heard. I'm proud that everybody showed up to the polls. I'm proud of people who went early. I'm proud of those that took the time out and waited in line. I saw lines in New York. I had friends that were waiting in New York, and they had never had polling lines like that. And it looked like it was like an hour. It's pretty crazy. So I'm proud. I'm proud to say that Americans showed up for the right reasons and fought back and resisted. And the ones that have realized that they're wrong are admitting it and coming to fight, and we need to welcome them. And we need to not question too much. Like, yes, you can be a little bit cautiously optimistic, but I wouldn't, like, if I'm finally seeing the light on something I didn't agree on, and I finally come to you and I say, I agree with you and I was wrong, and then I advocate for your position, why would you then think it would be productive to say, I don't really trust what she's saying. I don't trust what her motives are? Well, I mean, if she's doing the work right now, fighting for it, and she's saying and that she was wrong, I think that, that speaks more for itself. And I think sometimes people need to hear from their own side that they're wrong, and they don't really want to listen to those then. So it's actually more effective to have Marjorie Taylor Greene talking and speaking up and going on The View and really, really saying that she realized she was wrong. And I'll take it. We can dissect all of the perfect nuances of how she could have been better and whatever later. But I'm really glad she's on board and helping us out. I think this really does speak to our vote, run, lead philosophy that women should be in office and more women in office is better no matter what party. And she proves that in the end, representation of women in office is really what you want, because women will come through. We will see the light, even if we didn't understand it before, and we'll even call ourselves on it. That's what I love about that. So tell me what you think. Congratulations to democracy. Congratulations to America. And I hope the rest of the world sees this and feels a little bit better about America, because I know I certainly do. Give me a follow on Substack. Subscribe on Substack for free. And feel free to comment. And I love the engagement on TikTok, so I appreciate that. All right. See you later.